As far as English-speaking Christians are concerned, the history of the world began with a palindrome, or a sequence that reads the same backwards as forwards.
Adam raised up Eve in the Garden of Eden with his first words, Madam, I'm Adam. The best person in the world is also a palindrome. And for me, my favorite pop supergroup is also a palindrome.
Palindromes hold a certain beauty in their perfect symmetry, and this beauty is very much present in the realm of biomolecules as well.
Peptide palindromes are commonly found across all proteins and appear to have contributed to their functional refinements. These peptide palindromes are abundant in DNA binding proteins. DNA binding proteins are a large class of proteins that can physically interact with DNA, usually through their DNA binding domains. An example of this is histone H1, which functions in the organization and compaction of DNA into chromosomes. The DNA double helix wraps around histone proteins, forming nucleosomes. And the histone H1 binds to each nucleosome, forming a chromatosome that coils further into a chromatin fiber. This condenses more and more to finally form a chromosome. This is why I can have trillions of feet of DNA in me, even though I just stand 5'9". Histone H1 consists of a globular core with two extended tails. It's also positively charged, helping it bind to the negatively charged DNA and eventually aiding in DNA compaction.
Histone H1, particularly mouse HI histone variety 1, has 31 often overlapping peptide palindromes, involving over 50% of its residues.
The DNA of histone H1 has its coding sequence free of chain terminators. When its coding sequence rich in peptide palindromes is translated, the resulting complementary protein is rich in peptide palindromes as well.
This symmetrical beauty of peptide palindromes in the DNA of histone H1 is better appreciated when transformed into music we can actually listen to.
The coding and complementary sequences of histone H1 can serve as treble and bass scores to produce music that showcases the symmetrical beauty of peptide palindromes in histone H1. And you've been listening to this music all along.